At this point, you probably heard of crypto. If you haven't, you're living in the Stone Age. Maybe you've tried buying crypto. It's either you were too confused about the whole process that you didn't go through with it, or worse, you got scammed. Hi, I'm Munya and welcome to The Tech Behind. And today, I'm giving you a beginner's guide on how you can buy and sell crypto in Zimbabwe in 2026. First and foremost, let's start off with what is crypto. Well, cryptocurrency is a digital-based currency that exists on the blockchain. What is a blockchain? A blockchain is a digital ledger. A ledger holds transactional information of who's the buyer, what sold, what not. A digital ledger on the blockchain is transactional information that is broken down into blocks and stored on multiple computers. Cryptocurrency is different from fiat currency, whereby fiat currency is governed by the treasury of that country, whereas with cryptocurrency, no one governs anything. Cryptocurrency was introduced by Satoshi Nakamoto around 2008, 2009. No one knows if Satoshi Nakamoto was a group or an individual, and the first cryptocurrency was Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin came around, it was basically worth nothing. And there's this famous story where a dude bought 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoins. That has to be the most expensive pizza ever. Now in 2026, Bitcoin is worth around 85, 86, 87,000. That is the reason why people buy or sell cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, with the hopes that it is a digital gold, a safe haven for their money, or an investment plan. Please note that this is not financial advice. I'm just sharing here how you can buy and sell cryptocurrency in Zimbabwe in 2026. I believe that there's been 2 waves of Bitcoin that has happened. The first one was around 2008. Apparently, I was in grade school learning ABCs, forgetting to buy cryptocurrency. The second wave was around the 2020. I think it was worth around half of what it was worth, and then it skyrocketed up. So between me and you, we missed out on Bitcoin. You and me, we missed out on Bitcoin. That brings us to other forms of cryptocurrencies that are now in the market. You see, Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency, but now there are over 5,000 cryptocurrencies. Yes, over 5,000. There are some that are stable and some that are not, that we'll talk about later. The stable ones are like Ethereum, etc going on. Because Bitcoin was worth nothing at some point and now worth so much, many people have lost so much money, many people have made so much money. And because of that, we now see meme X. You probably have heard or seen some meme coins. So meme coins, like the name suggests, these are memes. They started as memes. For example, Dogecoin. Dogecoin started as a meme, skyrocketed up, and now its liquidity is around 27 billion, which is crazy, the fact that it's a meme coin. Because you and me missed out on Bitcoin, we're always searching for the new Bitcoin. We're always searching for the new coin that might go up. For example, there was the Trump coin, which went up only to find out that it was trash and people lost money because they do that all the time. That brings us to pump and dumps. A pump and dump scheme is whereby celebrities or influencers talk about the newest or the hottest coin and tells you that if you don't buy this, you're stupid because you regret it, because this is the next Bitcoin and you'll be worth billions, and now it's basically worth nothing. Get in. People get in, it fluctuates, it looks as if it has value, it kind of goes up, and then all the people that was hyping it sell, and then later on, as time goes on, it is only revealed that this coin was worth nothing, and you basically lose everything you invested in. That's a pump and dump scheme, which is very common, especially on the X community. These coins are always hyped. Your favorite celebrities probably talked about a coin that was worth nothing. Not throwing any shade whatsoever. Now that's out of the way, let's talk about buying and selling cryptocurrency in Zimbabwe. You see, technology in Zimbabwe is, how do I say it? Confusing, tricky, every word that can come to mind. So first and foremost, Bitcoin was banned by the Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe, whereby banks were not allowed to transact or act as intermediaries for any crypto exchange whatsoever. Secondly, cryptocurrency was not recognized as a legal tender, so you cannot pay your debts. Bro, we got that out of the way. We as individuals, we're not banks, so we were not banned. So people, what we would do is transact with each other, which is peer-to-peer, which is whereby you sell your crypto, your Bitcoin, your Ethereum to another individual. That wasn't banned, and that was how people were getting it. Basically, there are 2 ways to go about this. The first one is through an agent. So what the agents do is they will send to you in form of a stable coin. So a stable coin like USDT, right? So if you have $100, first and foremost, it has to be converted to USDT. So you go to an agent, and what they will do is they will send you the equivalent of your money, the equivalent of, let's say, $100 to $100 to the USDT that you guys, or whatever that is on the market. Now, that is sent through a very complicated trunks address. It's a bunch of numbers you don't need to understand. I don't understand it either. After you get the USDT, you can now buy any crypto you want. But you have to be very careful because you might get scammed. Some of those guys are not trustworthy. You first have to do your due diligence. Ask people around if they have ever dealt with this individual. And obviously these agents, they do not work for free. Ladies and gentlemen, they charge a 10% commission fee. If you have $1,000 you have to give them $1,100. 10%. That's quite hefty if you ask me. The second one is using platforms or marketplaces like Binance. Binance is a crypto marketplace where you buy and sell crypto from other crypto people like yourselves. Basically, what you have to do is download the Binance app, log in, do KYC. And with KYC, it favors a passport. So if you have a passport, that's way easier. And then you have your account. Now, let's talk about peer-to-peer. So with peer-to-peer, because it is somewhat very risky, there are measures that are taken so that you're not scammed. Because, you know, if I send you the money with goodwill that you will send me the coin and you disappear, then nothing can be done. That's when an escrow account comes into play. This is where the Bitcoin or the money is held until all of the agreements of the transaction are met. So for example, let's take a scenario whereby I want to buy Bitcoin. I have $100 US dollars and I want to buy Bitcoin with that money. I go into the platform, I look for people that are selling, and I tell them, look for people that are selling the amount, or I put out the advert that I want this. A person comes to me, or I go to a person that's selling $100 worth of USDT. We agree on what we agree on, and then I send. But when I send, I'm not sending directly to the individual. I'm sending to an escrow account. I only release the $100 when I've received the USDT. That's a win-win in the sense that if I don't get the USDT, I'm not releasing my money. So I'm not getting USDT and I'm not getting scammed the same way. It works both ways for selling, whereby if you are selling, you only release the USDT when you have received. They're always giving you the warnings that you should not release. If someone sends you an external message that, hey, I've sent, you have to check your account first, see if it is reflected, and then you release. And also it has a timer. So if the timer kind of goes on before the money is released or the USDT is released, that transaction is basically void. So it's a win-win for everyone. Now that is a quick rushed guide on how you can buy and sell crypto in Zimbabwe in 2026, but those are the two most effective ways that you can go about it that actually work. And recently, Bitcoin or cryptocurrency is now recognized by the government. According to the Financial Act, cryptocurrency is now recognized as a digital asset that is taxable. Yes. The reasons as to why you might want to buy crypto, those are yours alone. And those are some of the ways that you can do that are verified. Well, verified, but not safe to the fullest. I have to be honest, it's not safe. You still have to do your due diligence to make sure you're not getting scammed or to make sure that you're dealing with the right people. Those are some of the ways that are efficient in getting crypto in Zimbabwe in 2026. So I hope that was helpful, and please don't get scammed.